Hello, bonjour, ndeyu wilawalsum. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the PCS Grad of 2021 virtual style. It's really great that we get to do this in such a way, and guess what? We're global, so anybody can watch us around the world. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that this graduation ceremony is being held on the unceded territory of the Tsimshian people. Mr. Ben Spencer will be welcoming us to the territory in a bit. Without a doubt, this has been one of the most challenging years in education that I've ever had in my career. There are many students who should be up here, but due to the challenges of the pandemic, they won't be walking up today. Prince Rupert was a pandemic anomaly in BC and Canada and around the world up until January 2021. Then our community was hit hard by COVID-19. Yet our community was luckier than most because there was a vaccine already being distributed, and our community became an example of how effective a vaccine can be. Despite our province turning the corner in this pandemic and a brighter future on the horizon, our community, our province, our country, and our world has suffered great losses this year from both the virus and the indirect effects of the virus, such as mental health, suicide, and overdoses. In respect and remembrance of all those we have lost, let's take a moment of silence to remember all of them. While the collateral damage of the pandemic has been great, the students who you are about to see have faced the challenges of the pandemic with resolute vision of their future and progress. They overcame their fears and realized that through adversity comes strength. It is easy to look at the world with a bleak outlook, but for my part, when I see these grads and all of my students, I become incredibly optimistic. Our youths are accomplishing amazing feats every day, and they will guide us into the brighter future than we now live. Welcome, everyone, to this bright future. Before I hand it over to the Master of Ceremonies, Ms. Alana Rice, I would like to give a few words of thanks. Thank you to all the wonderful speakers who sent in videos. Thank you to Mr. Spencer, who's going to be welcoming us to the territory. Thank you to all of the PCS staff, without whom these students would not get the learning opportunities that they do. Thank you to all the families out there for their hard work in getting their grads to where they are today. Thank you to all the grads for keeping me on my toes and making my life interesting. A special thanks to Christopher Thompson, who is the wizard behind the live streaming. He's done a really great job. He's really set up a number of cameras. It's going to be a really fun show for you guys, so thank you. Thank you for connecting the families and friends. Special thanks to Margaret Wesley for donating the PCS grad masks. You'll see that they'll have some grad masks on. And also a special thank you to Rosa Watson for providing a decorator for this wonderful stage, and also helping out with a photographer. It was a very generous gift. With that, I will hand it over to the amazing and always funny Miss Alana Rice.
Thank you. Funny. Or as, my partner would say, funny looking. Okay. All right. So welcome to the Pacific Coast ceremony for the students obtaining their adult graduation. As Mr. Jans just said, this is being filmed before a live studio audience. Woohoo! Our audience being our PCS cohort. Thank you for being here and laughing at my hilarious jokes that are going to come up. See, there you go. Hilarious! Okay. First of all, we want to welcome you and thank all of you that are watching this through the magic of the internet. It is really strange to be watching your student from a distance and through a screen as they receive this acknowledgement of their achievement. It's even more strange to be talking to a camera as opposed to a group of people. We want to thank you for the patience and understanding that is required of all of you as we continue to navigate this global pandemic. On that note, I don't know about all of you, but I am really tired of phrases such as because of COVID, and we are in a pandemic, and once things return to normal. I am not sure if I can even remember what normal is. Whatever happens after this, I think we'll all be definitely changed. I have to admit, these young adults, though, have helped things feel a bit normal, at least for me and my colleagues. The fact that they continue to act as normal teenagers, for the most part, have been a normalizing factor during this entire pandemic. It is normally at this part of the ceremony that I remind everyone to stay clear of the aisles, turn off their phone ringers, and refrain from using flash photography. But considering our high-tech way of doing the ceremony this year, I do not have to provide you with these warnings. Woohoo! Feel free to take as many flash photos as you wish. Keep your ringers on as loud as you want. And dance in any aisle that you see. All right? So knock yourselves out. Up first we have the principal's address to the students. But I have my joke. Why did the M&M want to graduate? Because he wanted to be a smarty. Okay, so here now is Mr. Jans back for the principal's address.
Thank you very much. As I said, it was a very, very challenging year, this whole year. But one thing that I've always been impressed with is the resilience of PCS students, and really all youth. And going forward, when I look at sort of these challenges of, a lot of these, it was just, especially when January hit, it was such a tough time for everyone, and into February. And just watching everyone overcome that and doing work at home or doing it online or however we could help them and however they wanted to be helped, really created a wonderful sense of, as Ms. Rice was saying, normalcy in sort of this crazy world that we're in, right? Going forward, I just really want these students to know that PCS is always here to support them in whatever endeavors they're going forward in. I've always been clear that, once you're a PCS student or a PCS grad, you're always a grad, and we'll help you out whenever you need it. So with that, I will send it back over to Ms. Rice.
Wow, that was awesome. All right. So before I bring Mr. Spencer up here, I have another joke. Of course I do. What's brown and sticky? A stick. That one's a good one. Okay, now for our acknowledgement of and welcome to the Tsimshian territory, we have the wonderful and kind Mr. Ben Spencer Sr.
Weisem. I'm going to say Chinese newsum. Mr. Spencer Diwayu. La ski dictero. La clan, die wil waardko. Met de geen, die wil joggen. Als ik zich oordoe, achter hem die hoks goed ik was hem. Zo mas. Nee, dan ik ze wel. Zo laat. Ze met een gachgesem. Chinese newsum. En ik heb die telkom eigen hoe dat wat ze gaat get. Dat is zag wat ze gaat get. Dan werd het spannend dat was hem. Chinese newsum. Chinese wel dat hem wat zo laag zeg wat. Pacific Coast School. En dan niet eens achter dat was hem. Dan kelam de oors dat go jobs hem. Kalk ze wel hem. dan wel kalkse achtkes. Die gwa die zou dan merken dat wassen. Als ik ze hoorde, ga niet zo lijns. Nee, kalkse achtkes. At time gown. Ladies and gentlemen, and all the grads and all the students here, all the young people, I am very proud to be standing here again to once again see everything that you've accomplished through the years where you're just getting through your first chapter. And on behalf of the Wapsigat Get and the Indian Education Council, and also our Jimshan Language Authority Group. Without them, we wouldn't have all this teaching that we do have. And we also thank the staff of Wapsigat Get for coming by and calling whenever that schools need them. And it's so important to our children and all the children that want to learn about First Nations studies. It's there, and I appreciate the school district for allowing this to happen within the school. So with that, to the young people, on behalf of Wapsigat Get, the Indian Education or Indigenous Education Council, they give you a big congratulations, and all the staff of Wapsigat Get for coming this far and knowing that you can reach your goal in any way, shape, or form. I also like to say that I don't like to talk about the pandemic, but we are getting through it all together. And this is what we like to see. And you always hear it, be kind, be safe, and enjoy yourself, really, you know, because without that, you know, you got to be cautious for yourself and then with the elders around, because they are the ones that help you get through to this part here. So you do have a lot of support, and I envy all the grandparents, parents, aunts, and uncles that have allowed you to come this far. And with that, I'd like to say to the staff of the Pacific Coast School, a job well done. And a job well done to the graduates once they come in. I'd like to take my hat off to them and congratulate them myself too. So thank you very much.
Thank you for the welcome and those really kind and wise words. Now it is time for the processional.
Welcome back. And we have Alice Benson about to walk down.
Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated. All tied up, to see you waiting. Had to have hopes on the limit. Keep us up, we could kill it. Didn't have a time, always had a vision. Always had hope. Had to have hopes on the limit.
Heard what? Right, don't! Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a well, a well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a well, a well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a well, a well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a well, a bird. Don't you know about the bird? Well, Peter's gonna tell you about the bird. A well, a bird, bird. A bird, a well, a well, a bird. Surfing!
Doing it before.
Oh my God, Peter, are you all right?
He said the sky was much too dry and he made a wavy motion and the moonlight would be.
I can see you all, I can make
Make way for the king. Make way for the kingdom. The king, checkmate the repeat. This chestnut check.
It is now time for our guest speakers. Due to COVID restrictions, most of our guest speakers have sent a video to offer congratulations and words of wisdom. So, according to my list, we have our school board chair, James Horn, first. And I hope that's still the plan. That's still the plan, yes. Okay. So.
Okay.
No, we got.
Hello, grad class 2021. Congratulations on a very successful year despite the challenges of the pandemic. You guys have worked very hard over the last year and a half on a challenging time, and you made it to the final part of your journey here in high school. And on behalf of the city, I just want to wish you all congratulations and wish you well in your future endeavors. Whether you're off to university or you're going to be wanting to work or stay in Prince Rupert or potentially even travel, it looks like by the fall that things are going to be potentially going back to a semi-normal state, which is great for you guys after all the challenges that your grad class in particular has been through. So on behalf of the city, I just want to wish you guys all a deep congratulations, and to all the parents and the staff and the school district admin teams and everyone that's worked hard to help you guys get to the place that you're in here today. You know, we're very proud of you all, and we're wishing you all the best in everything you do after your graduation. Take care for now. Bye-bye.
Hi there, Pacific Coast School. I'm Jennifer Rice, MLA for North Coast. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Not only have you progressed and accomplished so much and completed your high school studies, you've achieved the added distinction of completing your education during a global pandemic, which takes determination and perseverance. Congratulations on your hard work, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Amagadusuliax, Roberta Zurta Dewayu, Matakadu Olagu, Hain Duatogu, Gispitwada Deepdegu, Timshan Nuyu. My name is Roberta Zurta, and I'm the District Principal for Indigenous Education, School District 52. I'm from Metlakatla, I live in Prince Rupert, my crest is Killer Whale, and I am of Tsimshian ancestry. The Adtixim Tachni Newsum Wilman Akisum, PCS 2021. I'm very proud for all of the graduates of PCS 2021, especially during this pandemic. On behalf of the Indigenous Education Department of School District 52, we congratulate the students on the hard work over the years. You did it. Waiwa. Although not alone, you had many supports in place, sometimes behind the scenes with programs and services, with groups of people within the district and from the community. Not to mention the great school staff in your life, all the way from kindergarten. Of course, the parents, the grandparents, guardians, and extended family members who also worked very hard for your success. A quote by Dean Smith, NBA basketball coach: "When you make a basket, you point to the player who threw the pass." That applies to not just basketball, but everything we do in life. No one makes it through life without lots of assists. I know I needed a lot of support. So please, point to the people in your life who gave you those passes in order to be successful, and help make that happen for others around you. We wish you all the best on your journey to lifelong learning. Waiwa, which means the time is now in my language. Doix Newsom.
Hi, I'm Monica the Education Coordinator for the Metlakatla First Nation and also a member of the Indigenous Education Council. On behalf of the Indigenous Education Council and Metlakatla First Nations, we would like to congratulate all the graduates of PCS 2021.
Hello, my name is Andrew Samuel, and I am the Superintendent of Schools for School District 52 here in Prince Rupert. It is indeed my pleasure to speak to you from the traditional and unceded territories of the Tsimshian and Somalic-speaking peoples. It is on this beautiful land that I work, live, and play, and it is indeed a pleasure and an honor. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate the Pacific Coast School graduating class of 2021. Congratulations. Well done. This is our second year in a row where we've basically had to have a virtual ceremony. You've made it through a challenging year. The effects of the pandemic are far-reaching. We've been on an emotional roller coaster as things appeared to be improving and then they took a turn for the worse. But now things are looking better. We are very optimistic that things will be returning back to normal soon. We all wonder what normal will look like. Historically, after events like this, there are big changes in technology, in science, the arts, and how we do things. There will be new opportunities as new jobs become available, and we will see some of our old ways disappear. Just talk to any elder and ask them about how things have changed over their years, and they'll let you know. Change is constant in our world, and I encourage you to embrace it. Don't fear it. All of your learning up to this point has been to help you learn how to think creatively and critically about your world. You are a bright and talented group of students. Follow your passions. Be mindful of how the world might be changing. Where will the opportunities be for you, given your strengths and passions? It is your task to seek them out. Again, congratulations to the Pacific Coast School graduating class of 2021. Thank you.
That's it? Okay. Seriously, I thought there was supposed to be one from our school board person. There was supposed to be one from.
Did you get another one?
From James Horn, which
yeah.
we don't have, but we had everyone else.
So the one video that I sent, there should be a new one there.
Hey, give me 1 minute, as long as the internet is fast.
Okay. Well, in that case, who we did have so far, we had Mayor Lee Brain, then we had Jennifer Rice, our MLA, who's not my cousin, but we pretend to be cousins. Roberta Edzurtsa and Marla Gamble representing the Aboriginal Education Department, and our Superintendent of Schools, Andrew Samuel.
So we're 30 seconds into my 1 minute. I was promised.
Okay. Okay, I have a point to ponder then. Do you ever wonder why the roof of your mouth is not called the ceiling? Why? No, like seriously, it's just a rhetorical question. I don't have it. But if you think about it, they call it the roof of your mouth, but really it's the inside part, so shouldn't that be the ceiling?
Oh, oh my God.
Good one.
Thanks for the support. I tried. Okay, it looks like we found the video.
Okay, I'll switch us back over here.
Okay.
Hi there, I'm James Horn, Chair of Board of Education, School District 52. I'd like to thank and respect the Tsimshian peoples, whose traditional territories I stand on today. On behalf of the trustees of the Board of Education, I'd like to thank the students for asking me to speak to you today. And I'd like to tell you about my hero's journey. So the hero's journey is, well, like what they say, is the basis of all stories that are told. In my hero's journey, I went to school, I had a goal in mind to gain my education, and then through all the trials and tribulations to get to that result wasn't easy, you know that. That's also what you've done and gotten to where you are today. So congratulations to you for completing your graduation and getting that, so that's fantastic. And us too, that I look forward one day to hearing your hero story as you travel throughout your life. So the best advice I have for you is to live a good life. Look after yourself first, and then look after your friends and family. If you do that, you'll have a fantastic life. So congratulations once again, and thank you.
Hello, grad class 2021. Congratulations on a very successful year.
Yeah, we don't have to listen to the mayor again. Not that I have anything against him personally, I'm just saying. Okay. So this year, the students have chosen my personal hero, Christine Danroth, as their keynote speaker. This is a wise choice, as she often has words of wisdom and interesting life hacks to go along with her wonderful teaching. Also, her abilities at making lotions and lip balms have provided our students with soft hands and rosy lips. A person I call a soul sister, I now introduce Christine Danroth.
No, maybe you can bring the whole thing up there, man. Oh. Just so you're not like... One of these ways, you got this.
Congratulations to everyone. I prepared a small speech, so get ready. Just kidding. So I wanted to do my top 10. I was a big fan of David Letterman growing up. So I did my top 10 advice to the graduating class of PCS. So number 1, be nice to everyone, but choose your friends wisely. Number 2, be present and look forward to the future. Number 3, focus on being a better you, not a better them. Number 4, try new things at college, in life, and at work. Number 5, get involved in your community. Number 6, surround yourself with people who bring you up, not bring you down. That's a really important one. Number 7, be there for your family. Number 8, take your parents, grandparents, aunties, and uncles for lunch and thank them. They've been there for you for a long time. Number 8, be willing to be vulnerable. Number 9, have fun, visit your teachers, and be the best that you can be. And number 10, always say thank you. Be safe tonight. Call us if you need a ride, and don't do anything crazy. Congratulations.
Down for a ride? All right. What's it?
Why didn't you do a flip over the chairs?
Okay, I can barely walk, let alone flip anything. Okay. All right, so now what are we doing? Okay, so our next speaker is the class elected speaker. The students chose this hardworking and level-headed young lady to speak on their behalf. So I'm going to welcome Caitlin Perry.
Okay. Am I allowed to take my mask off first? Or?
Yes, you are.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Good afternoon, my fellow graduates, classmates, teachers, parents, guardians, special speakers, friends, family, and anyone else who may be watching. We thank you for being here to celebrate this occasion with us. Mr. Devon was the first one to read this, and he said it was okay, so here we are. I hope you find it as okay as he said it was. Hopefully. I'd like to start off by talking about my experience here at PCS. When I first transferred, I was evaluated for a learning plan and asked if I was wanting to transfer out of PCS before grad to get the experience of graduating with the friends I left at the high school. And at first I thought that was exactly what I wanted. I had no idea I would become so attached to the school over the next 2 years from all the support I received from both the staff and the students. PCS offered me things no other high school I've attended could offer. Things like proper meals made by Miss Stone or Devon, creative expression in art class with Miss Rice, after-school tutoring benefits with Chris, flexible schedules for every student, adventures with Mr. P on treks, freedom of speech, rides to school with Roy that always had the best topics for conversation, and so much more that I can't even begin to talk about or we'd be here all day. One thing that I think will stick with all of us is our time with Headspace, where every day for 15 minutes the teachers influenced us in their own unique way to try new things and remind us to take care of ourselves. Miss Rice would read us stories, Miss Stone showed us countless ways to keep our minds sane, and Mr. P even managed to teach some of us how to juggle. Another benefit to getting my education here was the classmates I had throughout my years here. They deserve credit for teaching me things too. I wish I could give you all detailed 10-page essays on each graduate, but realistically I don't know them as well as the rest of you do. Therefore, I can only mention observations that have stuck with me. If I had one word to describe my classmates, it would no doubt be chaotic, but in the best way. I will always admire how outspoken and brave they are to express their opinions regardless of the consequences. They're driven in ways that motivate me and the people around them to speak up for themselves, even if our classmates are the ones we're standing up to. The uniqueness of each graduate is hard to pinpoint, considering how different we all are, almost making it impossible to speak as a group about each other. However, I've noticed the ambitiousness in each of us that doesn't necessarily mean succeeding in school or work, but what keeps everyone here so driven to obtain their goals. These all may seem like backhanded compliments, but I assure you PCS can take it. Next, I'd like to take a moment on behalf of myself and my fellow graduates to thank the people that have brought us here, whether that be the school staff, our family, friends, or even bullies that gave us that extra push to transfer here. We are beyond grateful for the support you've given us and truly appreciate you all so much, even if it doesn't always seem that way. We can thank our teachers for challenging our opinions but always giving us guidance, our families for encouraging us to reach our goals, and the friends we've made along the way. Thank you to everyone who has touched our lives and helped us get to where we are today. On behalf of the PCS class of 2021, thank you, and watch out for this ambitious, chaotic, and unique group of awesome people. Thank
We will be trying to sequence this up so we can get kind of a nice video for everybody to watch and share with the family. And I know the links might not be up, so there might be a bit of breaks, but we'll do our best. Welcome to the world of technology. For the first bursary, I'd like to invite Mr. Ben Spencer up, and he will be giving the Indigenous Education Department bursary to Caitlin. Alexi. Okay, for the next bursary, we'd really like to thank Realty Executives. They've always been a big supporter of PCS, and they've always given a bursary every year. And this year's Realty Executive bursary goes to Doris Vickers. Doris. Can't touch, but yeah. For the last bursary, it's the District Authority Award bursary, and this is from the province, and it goes to Alice Benson. Hey, Alice. What's that? It just happened now. Congratulations. So, with that, what I'll do is I will invite the great and wonderful Solomon, who everyone knows and loves. I really can't say enough about Mr. Solomon, and I hope he stays with us forever, but I know that's not going to happen. So let's just enjoy his beautiful words now.
I guess not. I didn't know this was happening.
So one thing I was noticing while we were live streaming is if I'm standing right there, my main man here is kind of like in the block shot, and he's getting us all the likes and all the all the views. So we can't block our #1 star here. Throughout this last little while, I've had the privilege of listening to a lot of elders speak, and one of them started off with a really, really great life lesson for me. And he said that as soon as you say, I know, I know, I know, I know, the lesson stops, and you stop absorbing what you need to listen to. And I was so guilty of that for a lot of things, whether that's from my parents, whether that's from my friends, whether that's even from all the people that are trying to teach me something new. I would encourage all of you to, instead of saying, I know, I know, I know, even if you know it, even if you've heard this lesson before, let them explain it again. See if you get something new out of it. I really appreciate that you guys gave me time to speak to you. I really appreciate all the time that we've sat in circles together, all the times that I've spent driving around, asking you silly questions, telling you good morning. Thank you so much. You guys made that experience something very special to me. It's very meaningful when I was able to work situations out with you, and I loved it. I loved every single part of it. You guys will be missed by the staff. You will be missed by me. Obviously, we're still going to be in town, and we're still going to say hi to each other. Thank you so much for honoring yourselves and allowing us to do this ceremony for you. I hope this day goes well for you, and so does the rest of your life. Thank you.
I'm going to sit here too.
That was a good idea.
Oh, you're on closer. Okay, let's sit closer. My favorite stage.
Touching.
COVID rules. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we want to thank everyone for viewing this ceremony for our PCS students. We appreciate all of you, and we understand that this may not have been the ceremony that everybody had dreamt of or wished for. But thank you again for supporting our students. We are now moving into the part of the ceremony in which the students will receive the symbol of their adult grad with their parents, guardians, adult cheerleaders present. I think there's going to be a short pause as we clear out the room, rearrange things, and then we'll do all that stuff. All right? I wish I could describe it better, but it is what it is.
How she goes.
It's how she goes. All right. So,
thank you.
Cheers.